Yes, so my people, Randy Peters don't explain everything wey happen to Buhari, everything wey Buhari do and everything wey do Buhari. Randy Peters don't explain. Man, I watch the video. Man, don't forget to share this video. Man, I watch.
So when I got the news of President Buhari's death, the first thing that came to my mind is the fact that, you know, the mere fact that the former president died in a private clinic in London tells you everything you need to know about the class and kind of leaders we have. For being president for 8 years, and you kept treating ear infections in London, and then again today, the Buhari, no matter how look at it, I'm not his family member, but what we know about him is what he did with power as a president, and that is what we are going to talk about. Buhari as a person or as a leader was the greatest calamity that befell Nigeria since maybe modern history. He was the mistake that should not have been made, and what we are suffering in Nigeria is the ghost of the Buhari administration, a leader who ruled without empathy for the living and did never honor the life of the dead. Death is not a canonization of evil men to becoming saints, or it's not a baptism that washes away original sin. Everything we spend our time doing as we live is what will be discussed, and the legacy, and the way Nigerians will mourn is their own way to grieve, and everybody should stick with the truth, because at the end of it all, we should know that when we are alive and we have the opportunity, then we should do what we want to be discussed when we die. If there is anything that culminates, I think, the Buhari legacy, it will be October 20th, 2020. Imagine if his only son, Yusuf, was amongst the innocent Nigerians who were seated at the toll gate, waving their country's flag and singing the national anthem, protesting police brutality. What was his response? Unleashing firearms at peaceful protesters, amongst many others. His own chief of army staff died in a plane crash in the line of duty. President Buhari did not leave the villa to go and pay his last respect at the military cemetery. The former president, who he toppled his government, Shagari, died in December of 2018, 28th of December. He was buried on the 29th. Buhari never went there. So there was this disdain and the ruling or leading of Nigeria like a monarch. 78 persons were buried in a mass burial in Benue State, killed within security under Buhari's administration. He did not raise a finger. So look, no matter how much you want to whitewash anything, it is important that people stick to the truth, and our current leaders should know that power is transient, and even the worst of tyrants still have an end. So we must do with power what it is needed for the good of people.
So you're saying that Nigerians should not forget why people mourn, because again, you know, the federal government has come out to say tomorrow is a public holiday, Tuesday, public holiday. What do you say to that? Do you think that is the right thing to do?
Well, I think that politicians will do what they need to do. The government will do what they need to do. And by the way, Buhari and Tinubu are each other's legacies. They inherit themselves and complement themselves in failure. So whatever it is that they do, one of the greatest mischief of the Buhari presidency was the fact that a man who was the beneficiary of a seemingly free and fair election that was conducted by the former President Jonathan could not at least bequeath the legacy of free and fair elections to Nigeria. And that is why we are where we are today. So whatever the political class are doing, it is up to them. Let every Nigerian mourn the same way